Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be going out and about. I'm going to be answering my most common question that I get asked. And that is, how do you learn and remember bus routes? So I have some tips. I've got 7 top tips for how to remember bus routes. And hopefully that will help you and answer that particular question. If you want to support me and the channel and help me make more content, check out the links in the description below. That being said, let's get into the video. I've had to come and pick my daughter up from school. That was me leaning on the horn. I'm going to get into the first tip. The first tip is when you start driving buses, you do your thing in the training school. Once you've passed and you go to your depot, you're given a mentor for 2 weeks. During that time, you'll be driving in service and the mentor will be telling you which way to go for any particular route. He'll be teaching you the routes. That's the job of the mentor. He's not there to teach you how to drive. That's what the training school's for. But he is there to teach you the routes. So for the first 2 weeks, you'll have another driver with you. That's the thing with the mentors, they are all drivers. When they don't have a trainee with them, they're out driving the same as everyone else. So listen to them, speak to them, ask them questions. That's what they're there for. And that's one way you'll learn the routes. Okay, so I've just dropped my daughter off at her friend's. I'm at a park. So, yeah, speaking of parks, it's a significant landmark, and that's the second tip. Make a note of key landmarks where you've got to turn left or right. There's normally a distinctive building, whether it or a post box, one of the salt boxes. One of the ones I used to use on the 5B up in Hangleton was a church. So look for significant landmarks that you're going to remember. The mentor can give you some. I could name quite a few, but if it doesn't resonate with you, if you're not going to remember it, it's no good. You need to come up with your own landmarks. So when your mentor says, right, turn, we're taking the next left, start looking for landmarks. That is tip number 2. Okay, so now I am up at Hardwick Road, which is the terminus for the 5s. I'm a bit further down the road because there's nowhere to park. If you look closely, there's one at the bus stop up there. So tip number 3, and it's one that I used when I joined Stagecoach, is use Google Street View. So you go through the routes with your mentor, you study them and stuff like that. When you get home or on your phone, go on your computer, go onto Google Maps and then go onto Street View and follow the route on Street View. If you go wrong on Street View, it's not an issue. You can just back up and see where you've gone wrong. Whereas if you do it on a bus, not necessarily the case. So yeah, tip number 3, use Google Street View and go through the routes on the map on Google. Okay, I'm down at St Helens. There's St Helens there. So I'm going to go and see if I can grab a photo. But before I do that, tip number 4. Put the routes into segments. If you can't remember the entire route straight off, shorten it down. So for instance, I'm currently up in Hangleton. So if you concentrate on, say, Hardwick Road down to the Grenadier, and then from the Grenadier down to Blatchington Road, Churchill Square. So concentrate on little segments. What you will find is there's a lot of crossover between the routes. So really, once you've learned say Blatchington Road to the Old Steam, pretty much all the routes do that the same. Conway Street I'm talking about here. Obviously other garages have slightly different routes, but essentially going through town we all go the same way, with the exception of the sevens. So yeah, just concentrate on that, shorten the route down, make it into little segments, and yeah, eventually you'll put all the segments together and you'll be good. Like I say, all the routes go pretty much the same way anyway. Through the city centre is just the out of town bit. So if you concentrate on the out of town bits, going through town you'll get, because you'll do it so often because every route does it. So yeah, that's tip number 4. Segment the routes and learn them bit by bit. Right, now I'm going to see if I can get a photograph. Okay, I'm back at the car. So tip number 5, I think it is when you go out route learning, pay attention to the bus stop names. They all have names, so pay attention. It will help you study the maps and so on, and using Google Street View. And also the bus stops are linked to the bus GPS, and when you go the wrong way, the GPS that's telling you whether you're early or late or on time goes off. So as soon as you see that go off, check your destination board to remind yourself what route you're doing first off, but also if you're unsure, pull over when it's safe and check. It doesn't take long to check. Quite often when you see that and you check your destination board, it'll come to mind straight away if you've gone wrong or not. But if you're unsure, radio or phone through to your controllers, and better safe than sorry, because the last thing you want to do is go down a road that you don't know and hit a low bridge or trees or something like that, because then you're in a lot of trouble. So yeah, pay attention to the names of the bus stops, and in particular the GPS. So that's tip number 5, I think it is. I'm stuck in traffic and driving home. Tip number 6, I've got to do this off the top of my head because I can't remember the list. Ask questions. So you've got a mentor for 2 weeks, you've got the supervisors, you've got management, although probably not the best to ask, and you've also got other drivers. As I said in my last tips video, other drivers are a really good asset to you. A lot of them have been doing it a long time. Every one of them knows the routes. So if you're struggling to remember any particular part of a route or a route in general, get out there, route learn, and ask the driver. Ask the driver what his landmarks are. He'll tell you. Bus drivers, contrary to popular opinion, are actually quite approachable, especially if you're another driver. So there are 1 or 2 that aren't, but you'll soon get to know those. So yeah, ask questions. Ask other drivers, ask supervisors, and in particular, ask your mentor. That's what he's there for. So yeah, tip number 6, ask questions, I will give you tip number 7 when I get home. This is what I'm stuck in. All because my daughter wanted to go to her friends in Hove. She doesn't realise what the traffic's like at this time of day. Never mind. Part of being a parent. I'm now down on the beach. Beautiful day. So tip number 7 is repetition. So when you join and you get out on the road, you've passed your test and you've got your mentor, at Conway Street we only really have 4 routes. So and you're there 5 days a week and for about 8.5 to 9 hours. So you'll drive those routes so often that by the end of the 2 weeks with your mentor, you'll know them. Obviously at Lewis Road they've got a lot more routes, so it might take a bit longer, but as I say, the majority of routes there's a lot of lap over. So Lewis Road, for instance, a lot of their routes use Lewis Road down to the Old Steam, down to Church Square, let the plane go over. So yeah, there's a lot of overlap. So you'll learn the routes just purely parrot fashion, repetition. It's something that a lot of new drivers worry about, learning the routes, and most people are surprised at actually how easy it is, because you're just driving the same roads every day for 8.5 to 9 hours a day. Every single day you're driving the same roads, so it just becomes ingrained in you in the end. So yeah, that's the final point. Repetition. If you found this video useful, please hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you've got any other questions that you'd like me to answer. Also check out the description, there are affiliate links for a high visibility jacket, waterproof boots, basically the things that you'll need becoming a bus driver, especially as we come into the winter months. And if you're into travel, or you're planning on traveling anywhere, there's a few other links in there for some travel accessories. So yeah, check out the links in the description. They are affiliate links, so if you buy any of those products on those links through that link, I will get a small percentage. So that's just another way you can support the channel. If you want to support the channel as well, there's a link down there for you to donate to the channel. I don't normally ask, but needs must. But yeah, if you want to support the channel and help me keep creating, leave a comment below with your questions, and if I can make a video to answer those questions, I will do that. That all being said, I'll see you again next time.